for playoffs, but I still find that in such a circuit for the VCTs where you have to make every game count so that the viewers could see the potential that this team has for the future. For later events, next year, whatever happens, TSM are going all out. And I'm liking, actually, this double duelist and Sabrosa as well back on a raise.
Of course you are. You're the play-by-play. It's going to be really, really... No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they bring to the table. This first round, it looks like it is kind of a push out of the garage by TSM here. So we'll see if GMD can find anything, get a little privy to the knowledge that he has a lot of people at the front door. Rotation already coming in, Vans. I want TSM to be going fast here, and they get stopped. Sucked right down.
That's how you stop it for TSM. Nice gravity well and a flash. GMD continues to move forward. That spike down with a guided light in his hands as BCT dies. GMD is just anchoring towards this side. A quad kill, but it's not, well, actually, it's so possible. Going for the reload and also starts off with the ace for TSM.
I feel like this guy just played a warm-up round. What the hell was that?
We didn't have a chance to warm up,
the first 3 pops of each frenzy shot. That wasn't a scatter. That was so crisp. Oh my word, just whoop, literally getting tossed around, and the next shots just speak for themselves. Instant hits.
GMD has had a long run of these games on Split where it's been heartbreaking losses on this map, and now, especially the last one, I think, when he lost in overtime against the Guard. There was a couple of moments where, you know, their 4 versus 1 wasn't the best way to play it, but they're playing this run a little bit more faster, but GMD, as we just praised him, is the first to die into this round. Yes, at least there's a pinch towards the sewers, but mid side's completely open. The B side as well. Rossi is going to try to stop the bleeding towards the mid side. Head-to-head versus Second, and Zekin wins it with the Ghost. That's a bad start here to convert. And this also is another storyline that continues, Riv. Another potential eco that they're losing.
Yeah. It was the gotta go fast round for both teams here, and it looks like XSET is going to get the edge on it. Honestly, if it's so hard to remember who's on Raze. Sabrosa's playing Raze again. Sabrosa was able to catch who was in sewer as this round changes, right? But XSET played a little bit further back and saying, you know, TSM is off the rip each round here. Let's see if we can catch them. So they stayed back, and they were able to absorb everything. Corey's left.
Phantom that they had on that second round for TSM goes back in the favor of XSET and convert to go for that eco win. So TSM definitely is going to be broke going into this round here, but thankfully, at least for GMD, maybe round 2 or round 3, as he already has a Cosmic Divide, is going to be a crucial point into the real gun round for a retake here in round number 5.
I think that was what we determined was the deal with the devil, though, for TSM back on Breeze last week for them, is that if they're going to get pistols, then ecos go to the other team. You can't have both. Can't have your cake and eat it too. So let's see another bit of a B push here. And more so of a default, but for GMD's side, getting that info so TSM doesn't have to move too quick or can rotate accordingly. Already, they're having Rossi lean over towards B.
Exactly, trying to play it very slowly for XSET. Seeing this eco potential for TSM, that there was maybe going to be a crunch or whatnot. So now we're just inching out for some information. GMD falls once again. Now Corey's in a great spot for a headhunter kill, but he spots 3 players, gets mowed down. And now it's going to be the execution here for XSET inside the site. Nice dash away from 7. Another contact potentially. No, because it's a double satchel charge in the air. Still lands that. A Second lands on his feet. Second is down, 7 still alive inside the site. Somehow is running that clock down, allowing his teammates to rotate. They're already at the screens and on an A side rotate. Rossi, unfortunately, though, picked off by Cryo, as that was a half flash that is trying to get out. BCJ is going to get the plant. Sabrosa looking to get at least some ult points.
Already getting some hero plays out of this game. It seems like the speed of the rounds, once they do execute, leaves somebody inside. See GMD doing it 1-7 there, but Deft from XSET still cleans it up. Is going to beat XSET grabbing their second round here as they kind of turn the tables on TSM after a pistol. Operator for 7. We'll be holding hard corners on that, and let's see what they decide to do for XSET here. They could easily go for a Viper split play. And I like this from Corey. With TSM being down, and the whole team was kind of doing it, you're pushing up to try and catch that first angle to give yourself a better chance, right? Otherwise, XSET comes around the corner as they did with 4, and they're kind of deathballing there as they head to the site. And then, like I said, somebody's left alone to defend. So I like TSM trying to push up, get an edge on the round. We'll see if they continue to do that in places on the defensive side. So
I really like the call, though, on the potential Viper's Pit, Riv. That's a plant coming in potentially for Baron, and then they could play within the pit, and that just nullifies the Cosmic Divide that GMD will have on the retake.
So true.
But we're looking at the battle at the beginning. Couple of trades happening on the A site and mid, so an early 4 versus 4. Not quote-unquote big kills going in, because we still have agents that have good utility for a site hit from both ends. As XSET are still going to hold it slow, but inching back towards a mid to B split, if not a full B push.
So XSET trades over. Just looking where the buys are at right now. Maybe an operator tour de force round after round sync for TSM if this doesn't go their way. XSET looking to just destroy that economy anyways. Here again in that death ball. What can Corey do? Now the only one waiting to defend this site.
That flash, though, allows Zekin to get in. Yeah, he was blind, but then he's able to come on top of the billboard and drop Corey on a 4 versus 3. Plant going down, and here's that Viper's Pit that we just mentioned. GMD's still alive, though. He's all the way out towards the A site. They still have a Flasher and Rossi with 2 guided lights available to allow 7 to get in, but you're going to have to try to get something done, potentially, if you had a Vandal, you had a Blade Storm available, but now you can already see it. We're going to save it until the next round.
And that's a great mention that GMD did switch over, right? It seems like they may have wanted to stop something at A a little bit cleaner with GMD having the info and not being called for smokes. But yeah, TSM trying to switch it up. XSET, choose the right side again on this one. Get that Viper's Pit down. We'll see this operator being saved. So do they go up tour de force next round? Do they try to kind of go double down? Or won't they have the economy? We'll have to see coming out. Another round for XSET as we get into round 5 here. And split is starting to go as the devs thought. XSET taking control.
And when GMD was fully warmed up on that pistol round, got immediately cooled down when he had the advantage of the angle against Def, and Def just gets a nice little flick there for that kill. So things are looking, as you said, the dust has settled here for XSET. We've saved that operator for 7, but we're going to give it to Rossi, so we can actually pop Blade Storm. We're going to pop also to Tool Defense out of Corey. So this is going to be an expensive round for TSM.
Give me an eco expensive alt round.
Yeah, expensive alt. That's true. Not expensive.
Give it to me, all of it. I mean, they still have the operator, right? They tried to save it, and they're still looking to do that. Forward is the play, though, Vansili. Oh, dear.
And it's backwards right after that for TSM, unfortunately, because XSET were just ready for that push. I mean, that trademark on that ground already slowed down Sabrosa trying to push forward. Here comes that Blade Storm, a little bit of body damage, but that is it. No more kunais left in the pockets for 7, so he's going to try to come out with the Sheriff. So is GMD. They've lost the operator. Both operators on top of that, so they had the right stack. But it's still a prime gaming flawless for XSET.
The flawless comes in. And XSET is understanding the ebb and flow of TSM's economy right now. You saw how ready they were again to receive it. Like, hey, Cryo pushed out in this position last time. Again, XSET absorbed there. Saw it just previously on a round when Sabrosa flew forward with blast packs, right? And Sewers was already running away. It's like they're playing against the KO they have to avoid getting a fade from TSM. We'll see what XSET does on this. Let's keep an eye on them this round. Wall towards the right side. They're starting to play with the minds of TSM and what could happen towards the late part of the round, but still in the default. Oh, dear.
That's what we want, a push down. Sabrosa taking the matter into his own hands like he did on Breeze against Ghost last week. This time still trying to push forward. That's an overheat, unfortunately, though. A flash that blinds both teammates. That's, again, one of those things where you have an agent comp change. Sabrosa usually the Sky player, and Rossi just blind himself and his teammates, so they both have to fall back. This gives the advantage for XSET to re-push back towards mid-control and also regain control of the spike.
It's so interesting you bring that up and how it becomes difficult to put agents in like that. And while they play them at the high level, it's the distance that a Sky Trailblazer could get, or the guiding light pass, fires in mid, Corey takes down Zekin, and how well it feels comfortable to you. Right? Like you just mentioned, the flash for the teams. They get by it, and we'll see a 4v1 now. Here as TSM start to right the ship.
We want to go here. BCJ immediately popped off by Rossi, so he redeems himself from the team flashes with some clean shots there. TSM putting 2 on the board, and things are looking at least not bad. I think when we're looking at this from a more holistic view in the first 7 rounds is you're looking back at the stats for TSM from the beginning of Stage 2, Week 1 till today. they've probably been the worst in terms of the first kill conversion rates, and also just first kills. I think at 40%. This time, at least when it comes down to full gun rounds, between TSM and XSET, we've always had TSM at first blood, and they've converted those two so far.
Oh dear, we're gonna clash at B. Let's focus on TSM this round, because looking at the way they have been defending, every round has been aggressive, right? And it's win or lose. It doesn't seem like they've altered too much yet, and maybe that's what starts to come now that they've read the pitches and felt a little bit of what XSET has to bring to the table. Here, they're actually set up pretty far forward if you think about the line of scrimmage and where you could be in the back of defense for the defender side.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're looking to get right into the fight as soon as they can, almost every round on the side of TSM.
Yeah, TSM stacking towards his B side, so using utility and teamwork to try to hold down towards B, because they have a showstopper or a retake to just overpower towards the A site. Usually one of those sites where after a spike plant, a lot of people are usually stuck in the back of that A site. So a prime opportunity for Sabrosa to come in out of that with the satchel charges. But with 48 seconds left, we're still trying to creep up for information. As only one player jump peeking towards the back of the screen.
It's a great point. The contact game, right? If they're not seeing anything, don't make noise, but boom, they pull the trigger. That's a showstopper you were talking about.
Yeah, the showstopper, at least it starts off from the second side. So that clears out the A site, and we'll get a plant in for XSET, and it's planted for Heaven. Now the Cosmic Divide comes out for the defender side. Showstopper is ready, but you can already see, oh no! We're peeking out with the operator. Both players are now spotted here. Both duelists from TSM, and finally, the shot misses, and we are forced to fall back for cryocells. That allows Sabrosa to come out with a showstopper. Meanwhile, Rossi and Corey, and now even Seven, are flanking back towards the screen side, and they are flooding into the gates of the A site. Going into the fuse, Def is trying to keep things alive. He gets a kill, full blinded for the hat trick on a 2 versus 1. Then goes for the right-click classic for the 4K into the round. Oh my god, what a hold by Def.
More of these hero plays. We start with GMD, a sick hold on B. XSET's getting a few of their own. Def surrounded on all sides. Doesn't matter. Brings it down. God. Shoots good, looks good. What can't he do? What a quick play here.
Yeah, thankfully, he actually got that kill while that flash was just before the flash pop, right? So you just spray, close your eyes while you're full blinded, and he lands the shot.
Turn off the monitor real quick, turn it back on. Everything's okay. Everything's okay. Here we get into our 8th round now. We see Corey. That push was coming from A. Now they're looking to get a little bit better hold on mid, and XSET just pounds into it right away.
Getting into Caster's Curse. I just talked about TSM's conversion on full gun rounds, and they got first blood. They also lost a round, so XSET now putting at least TSM in a situation where they have to go for a force buy here, only with a Sheriff for 7. Another round where they get first blood. So Broza fighting back towards the mid side. Just around the corner, going for a potential double swing. First contact being the back mid side. Def gets bad stabbed by Corey on top of B Heaven side. BCJ fully running, 3 guys pushing down. And that leaves now Aaron on his own. All the way up towards the A Heaven side. He hears the footsteps towards the ropes. And we're dancing with Seven.
I love the exchange of plays that's going on here, right? Last round, we kind of came a contact round for XSET. They pushed up. Well, who played contact this time? TSM playing up towards B Heaven, then pushing out towards mid, taking space back, but doing it quietly. Only once the peaks were happening did they then execute. Great job there to kind of divvy up the aggression they're showing, to not just be right away, but also kind of do a little search and destroy on XSET when they're taking these slow rounds to play off contact and then swarm a site with utility in the end. Round 9 here as we come in back to an operator. Ultimate's not really on deck for too many. Def's close, and so is 7, but we'll probably see that in the next few rounds.
XSET also has an opportunity for a search and destroy into this round. Seekers available for BCJ, but just leaning in towards this B-side garage control where TSM is also trying to do the same thing. No guy that like to look back and fight back is just going to be now a gravity well. Being forced out early, and look at the rotation already from TSM. We're escaping the A site. We still have a lurk on the A side still for XSET. I mean, all they did was have presence on garage, and they've pulled out a full rotate from TSM.
See the little traps. Oh my god, XSET not falling for anything. Just the trap that TSM set there in the beginning, right? Having 7 there, he would have dashed out. Corey would receive the chasers for 7, or somebody popping in like Zekin. But XSET, okay to play it slow.
Yeah. Just beautiful what was happening there towards that mid side too. That wasn't intentional. smoke towards that mid-mail as well, so that 7 could focus on sewers. You get to lean back towards the other side for market. You get crosshair placement, free-fire shot, first blood for XSET. Seekers coming out. So one's going towards the sewers. So Def recognizes that there's one right there towards that mid side that makes it away. But now we're going to have the rest of XSET pushing up towards the heaven side. And it's a crossfire for TSM, but the trades are still even. That opens up mid side. Def also is lurking up towards B heavens. And XSET are looking to plant towards B if they can with 30 seconds left on the clock.
Nebula out already. This is going to block Corey, but maybe give him a way to sneak through. He actually goes through, not even waiting. He jumps off. Rossi's there, double guiding light, and he didn't need the heal, but that was heady. You think you can catch a player off guard? Can Rossi pick it up though?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. You're right. I think that's one of those things in the same situation that happened on that 4 versus 1 against John Cutie last week, where these guys are just trying to go back and go for the aggressive dual play, and hopefully hey, if I don't get my one, my teammate will. No, the other teammate. No, the other teammate. And then suddenly they're all dead.
Yeah, it doesn't really. It feels like the one and going in situation, but more it's TSM trying to make a play there. So while you're like, wait, what? It's cool to see that they're trying to take advantage of some of these situations. They're not really letting up at all. Can't wait to see. You might even get a 6-6 here with how aggressive everybody's playing.
Yeah.
Subros the blast packing in the garage, and a little bit of utility usage over at A, kind of happening off the ball right now. That I think 7 and both Aaron know they're on either side of each other there.
Yeah. And of course, you're on that previous round where it looked like it was one of those selfish plays from Corey. It's still Corey, right? As you're trying to catch players off guard.
Yeah.
On a pulse plant, thought that he might get one towards Pillar. Did not expect somebody still pulse at the new box. That said, XSET into this round, looking to go for the Cosmic Divide full exec into A. We have the Gravity Well in smoke just to run down that clock. The rotation's already coming up towards the A heaven. Aaron with the first blood on 2-7, and XSET are just once again taking the upper hands on the executions on either sides. This time once more is the A side planet for heaven.
Yeah.
But we're not
conditioning. Oh, go ahead. They're about to get back into the fight. The moment they stop, they start.
Yeah, BCJ's looking for that flash, and a double swing into screens. Still, TSM gets the upper hand, so you're seeing the overconfidence from XSET, trying to win those fights, trying to regain control of A heaven.
Enemy remaining.
Now, because the rest of the players are also all set up inside A side, nobody playing all the way back on any type of close plan situation, so.
The last round XSET played, not this one, sorry, the round before our last round, we had Def on the rotation in a B ending strat, right? When a lot was going on at A. So if we look at the round we just saw, how long was GMD staying in B? Thinking, yeah, Cosmic Divide and everything's over on A from XSET, but they could still be coming B.
Correct.
And while Astra can play cross-map, that wasn't a weapon TSM had inside the site still. So TSM's like, are they going to fake? Are they going to not? XSET has got them in sorts right now a little bit there with the strategies.
So defaults. Also because the guided light came out from BCJ into Garage, as he's doing right now. So they're also putting a lot of presence in their defaults, where TSM, the only way that they're trying to get these aggressive plays and got success out of it was towards mid. If not, the A side push got denied, B side push got denied. So we're still playing the guessing game, but you got to start guessing quick. You only have 2 rounds left in this first half to try to make it a 7-5 and salvage the rest of this half. And it starts off very, very tough, right? You're on an eco this time for TSM side. You also have 2 ultimates, though, for Corey and for 7. This could be the turning point for TSM.
I wonder, they've tempered the aggression on TSM side a bit, looking to absorb XSET as they come in. It worked for them in A heaven. It's worked sometimes towards that B site. And here, once again, 2 guiding lights immediately to this round. So BCJ and XSET waiting for that one to come back up to move space. You see how patient they are and willing to just wait for the utility they need. No forces at all.
And for TSM, off a little bit of footsteps, already second 4 players inside the site. It makes sense. You have a lower buy.
Absolutely.
You're trying to get anything you can for the trades as possible. But XSET are looking to hit back towards B from mid. There's only 20 seconds left on the clock. They have to go for a nice little smoke onto the main side so we can focus on the heavens. And that's 7 with 3. Now, though, Gravity Well, corner's not checked. Somehow, a Prime giving flawless. And finally, TSM makes their opponent have a little taste of their own medicine by winning an eco on their side. And that was really nice.
1-click headshots, Prime gaming flawless. from 2 people. One. This is actually one of the cleanest rounds I've seen. Like, not in strategy and tech, but simple. Take a breath, make the shot. It doesn't get any cleaner on that. So it could be 7-5 here if TSM just kind of messed with XSET's mentality, but I think we're still in the same spot.
Oh, yeah.
XSET's going to look to come out hard and most likely on A here.
And on big gun rounds, too. TSM, a very important eco that they just won, allows an operator come out, but this time in the hands of Sabrosa. So it's not going to be 7 trying to op with the Vandal. Trying to op on a Jet, sorry, as he's looking to battle towards mid. He's able to take 1 down, but it's immediately gets traded out. The rest of XSET looking to pick up the spike and hit towards this A site.
In the patience game. I think you get that nade coming in from Sabrosa possibly. Oh, he's actually got the operator. Oh, the collateral!
Good enough. And a +8.
From the grave.
Now seconds on his own, a 2 versus 1. Spike is down, 50 seconds left on the clock, and GMD wins that duel and XSET. They lose that round. We wanted TSM to make the comeback, and they did. Can they continue this form now on the second half? We'll find out after this break. So one of the things we wanted to talk about too and wanted to pay attention to was XSET, how they'll play in this series against TSM, because, again, we talked about it, XX game to lose. If they win against TSM and they look good doing so, they have a chance, and they can convince me that they're a contender to get into Masters 2. So far, though, in this first half, the story says otherwise. TSM are able to fight back well, especially with that Prime Gaming Flawless that they had on the Eco on that first half.
Absolutely incredible. Those are the rounds you need for confidence, too.
Exactly.
We're going to get the creep up here. We're going to get the creep up. Aaron doing his best GMD impression. Oh, he's gonna head out.
Oh, yeah. That cosplay didn't work out. He's running back here, and he's going to wait for the retake from the rest of his team. But you saw the amount of utility coming out of TSM for them to get the plant into the A site. It's planet safe. So all of the players from TSM are going to have to play inside the site, and look how close they are. They're looking to push towards spawn, offers flash, they turn on the anti-flash, and finally gets popped out. It's good for a couple of kills. Still the first blood in favor of TSM. They've lost a little bit of players there, at least for ground control towards the spawn. Now for XSET, 3 players on Heavens. Looking to come out here towards that B main side, and Aaron and Zekit are going to work. It's Frenzies, baby. Corey on his own, and it's still going to be the Frenzies. The only 2 Frenzies invested into this round are now going to be those Frenzies that wins the pistol for XSET.
That was a low-budget cosplay. Still fantastic. But, right?
True.
Oh, my gosh. How does he come back and still get that many? No. Wait. Give me a second. My dog just sat on my headphone cord. This is impossible to cast.
You got to say, though, at least here for XSET, I mean, it looked good for the retake that they had. We had the Nova Pulse on top of the smoke to really try to create that sort of, like, diversion and really disrupt the post-plant positioning from TSM into that B site. Clean retake overall, as they all survived pretty much after losing that initial player inside spawn. This round, though, we're seeing those flash. They're hitting the walls, so it's not going to be the best. Definitely the advantage of the Cloudburst. That was used by 7. 2 easy kills. Woo. And now the Sabrosa into the Heaven side with the satchels. Tried to get something done, but it's still at least a plant for TSM on this 4th try that they have, by the way. And it's going to almost end here as Aaron picks up the last kill. So they convert the pistol for XSET. TSM at least, that's 2 plants. It'll look good for that 4th round of the half. So they can get a full
it will.
Yep.
All right, let's see what they have for the next one. We've kind of had a B and A. Where do they divvy up the strategy this time? TSM. Should we share it? The Shiko? All right, a stinger for Rossi. I like it. He's actually won on Seekers. They could really make a big play with Seekers here, as we were mentioning. So looking to where that could play out really early. TSM need to get these first few rounds here, because I feel like if XSET can strangle out this round, when the gun rounds come in, they just feel so confident to play back and not force TSM, but like almost make them have to push in and maybe get some mistakes out of that.
We're looking to go quick, though. Already a star towards the Heavens. Paint Shells slowed him down for a bit. We hear the shots. Crow gets that kill onto 7 and TP's out. Trailblazer moving up. Zekit forced to fall back inside the site. And we've cut noise now for TSM, falling back towards sewers. But nobody's bitten for XSET. No rotations coming out. They still have a good numbers and playing quite close to stack up on these retakes. Trailblazer, even for information, this is going to be good to start. Look towards the sewers. Lucky enough, it didn't spot anybody.
See how they make it happen. We've actually seen a lot of teams kind of grouping like this to get these heavy trades with each other and just be right over the shoulder of a teammate. Oh, what a grab. Well,
that is so good. The flash, though. Def continues to run into while blinded again. And a headshot into Sabrosa. Sometimes when you want things to just click, it clicks. And that's for a couple of players here from XSET. And now that storyline of what we wanted. A dominating half here for XSET as they're playing the defender side.
It's so wild to watch a really good Astra play. It's like, yes, they're placing stars. No, like, it literally looked like they ran over a tripwire that made that grab well activate. Like, the timing there, Weld getting himself back into the play. Really clean stuff. I can see why TSM is having trouble getting into these sites, let alone that just being their eco. Let's see if they can push through here on XSET's bonus.
Yeah, BCJ was definitely that human trapwire on a flash contact off that guided light. So
yeah.
Great trap there from XSET to go for that spray with the lure. Well, actually, the higher buy that they had because TSM was on an eco. This time, full Vandals across the board for the attacker side. Second gore for the swing, and that surprises Sabrosa. Now a boom bot to get info. A swing back to spot 2 more players. And Aaron's looking to swing right after. That's just going to slow things down for a bit. And not Aaron, sorry, was Def playing towards the heavens to try to support.
He's still hanging. He senses somebody's here towards mid. They're so hurt already. Corey took a lot of that spam damage coming in from the raise grenade. See the heal coming from GMD right now. XSET staying set too. They're not really rotating to cover too much. They are anchored.
You're lucky here that you only had a Spectre so you can get the kill. Aaron, he hears the Seeker. He sees his head. The bob's coming up. The bobbing heads on the ropes. As finally Corey capitalizes on that frag. The Spectres on the pre-fired shots are not really working. Oh no, dude. The flash coming out. Rocket's half blinded. Cryocel's going for 2 kills with the Headhunter. Now GMD's on his own with low HP. Now you're just ADSing with that Vandal from Zekin, and that's XSET with another round.
Honestly, the hero plays coming out right now is the strategy spread out from both sides. We've seen it from each team here, but things like this, it's like, how do you get by it? You're like, oh, took one out. Let's all 3 rush him now.
Yeah.
Sweet. Like, and then it takes 2 more. That's just the kind of stuff that's an unlucky play, but as well, you got to give XSET credit.
Well, I also like to think if you're looking through the X-ray vision, after those 2 players saw that flash come out from TSM, they were stuck at that staircase. They must have been blinded by that flash where they couldn't support Rossi, and it gave the perfect opportunity for these kills for Cryo. And that said, though, GMD still wants to continue to fight for TSM as he opens up the garage.
Slow. He's like, everybody here, turn around, make sure, set up. TSM's ready. Oh, the wall to start. They're always on TSM.
I mean, Sabrosa's fully flashed trying to get in, and now they're just going to run in as a team, and it works out for a couple of kills.
Got it. It works.
I hate to be that guy, but there's got to be something going on here with you need to warm up with your flashes, and maybe we'll see it better on that second map if Rossi's going to stay as this guy. But at least right now, like, what's the positive aspect of it? First blood for TSM, plant for TSM, great pulse plant position, alert coming in from GND on that mid take. So now Cryo, if that clock keeps ticking down as he only has an operator to work with for the retake, you definitely know that they want to play for exits. And after that kill onto GMD, they'll be able to save it.
Very good for TSM. I don't know if at the end of these rounds it's kind of like to pull out all the stop strategy, or just... Yeah, they're coming back.
Make it expensive, that's what we want.
Yeah. Oh, even more expensive there. But TSM really didn't do too much different that round other than actually just stick with each other on the way in. And they were able to somewhat thwart XSET, who has been placing the right amount of members, smoking the right areas at each site, really making TSM's day hell to get in and get these spike plants down. A plethora of ultimates to be used on their side. A few here for XSET. So TSM maybe stringing something together here. They're focused up towards that A site. This could be a blast through Bladestorm, blast pack. Let's see it.
You want to play? Let's play.
Try to let around the corner. Gravwell going out on the defender
Yep.
side here as Def pulls that out.
Down.
There's that saddle charge. Fast movement there by Sabrosa that allows 7 to just go up in the air and land those daggers onto Def. Operator coming out though towards a ramp. That's GMD to fall.
Oh dear.
Pulse plant nades coming in to prevent that plant to come through. As Corey though manages to at least salvage a bit more of the take for TSM into the A site. Now we're forced to plant safely
Spike
for
planted.
TSM. Where 7 still has the Bladestorm. Slow creep back from Aaron at the screens. Snake fight into default spot. Trailblazer to get info. Now we're satchel charging.
What? No
Spotted.
way!
Head on the swivel, but no kill. Aaron's still alive on a 2 versus 1. Reloading a flash.
One enemy
Peek.
remaining.
These are not working out. 1
he
versus
blind
1.
himself?
Op shot misses. He's going for the fight. He lands it. Aaron's going to get the headshot onto Corey. The defuse to come in to put XSET at that point after that Rebel clutch.
Clutch.
Oh, what?
Do it yourself.
Great stuff by XSET, but Vans,
Yeah.
it can't keep happening. It can't keep happening. You came around the corner, flashed.
Player standing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, but yeah, XSET on here on Split, they're absolutely crushing it. Taking the second round into their favor. I love this for initial
Yeah.
peek from TSM. That was so cool to have Sabrosa come in as kind of a sentry and be like, there he is, right up top 7. Like the things they're doing are sweet. XSET really able to recoup, call the audible, and get themselves into position to thwart every one of these rounds. And they didn't have to use too many ults on that one, so XSET can really just stall this out for a possibility.
Oh, that's so good by Cryo. Timing out the Trailblazer to come out the Nebula. Go to false kill onto Sabrosa, and the door's closing on this first map for TSM. Only 4 more players to go.
Yeah.
3 players now pushing up towards ropes. It's going to be desperate measures now. Try to break this trap onto the top
Here.
A heaven for XSET, and then try to figure out where you can pull the rotations for TSM. But man, this is XSET looking very dominant on the defender half.
Maybe Corey pulls some attention here. I think Aaron saw him, so now A got a little love. XSET may be a little more aware. They're going to be very aware here. Coming up, trademark down. Let's see how the reaction is. TSM need this.
Positive divide coming out on the attacker side, 2 for TSM to try to swarm into the A site. ECJ in the back of the map. Finally, a
I've got
dual
your
one by
trial.
Rossi this time. That allows the Seekers to come out and push Cryo away.
Spike planted.
Oh, another one spotted into the heavens. And Zekin's looking for the fight. He has a showstopper, though. 4 versus 3, they'll go for it for sure. And there you go. It lands onto Rossi at least. That allows Def and Cryo to get a little bit more space.
Yeah.
Double towards Hell. Op kill onto 7.
The wall.
Player standing.
Finally, Corey comes out of that one from Hell's side. Def on his own. Smoke towards a ramp because he wants to sell that fake, but this is a great position from TSM. You just got to flick like a god here for Def. Clock is ticking down. He's just waiting. You're okay to lose the round.
Oh.
He just wants to go for those exits too, and
Yeah.
GMD wins it.
I liked how TSM set up there in the end. Knowing they were against so many ultimates and what's been happening with almost being separated by a few things just by distance, they huddle up, a few under Hell, huddle up, a few in sight, and they trade the big plays that XSET tried to make. XSET always came up clean on those last time, right? We'd see Zekin go in and then he's elbow. And now XSET has full pressure of one side of the site. That time, it was really divvied up nicely for TSM to know what they were going to be dealing with in the post-plant and to come out with another round. Keeping themselves alive here. It's going to get XSET on a short buy.
Yeah.
So this could be another round they string together, but it is an uphill battle here with XSET on game point.
At least they're getting success for TSM to get the spike plant down. The only thing is Cole's plant, and that starts off well for Sabrosa.
Sick.
Great utility being used towards that B side. Great trades on top of that for TSM. This should allow for them to go for another plant here, but they've only been successful twice out of the 5 opportunities. Look to make it 3 out of 6. Paint shells onto the ground from Heavens on the defender side, as of course for XSET from losing the last round only has pistols to work with. Let's try to bring that econ once again. Headhunter out.
Last player
ADS
standing.
denied by Corey. As Zekin once again. All right, come find me. I have a spray here towards Heavens. Come find me. I want to mow you down with the frenzy, and Corey wants to go for it. And that's the price you pay. Yeah,
Get down, Mr. Penguin.
Second is as surprised as that Penguin to be like, why was Corey on his own trying to hunt me down?
Awesome stuff. I love the vibe they're playing with right now. And TSM feeling good to grab another round. If we take that round for everything that TSM just did, that's what they want this comp to look like. We saw how Flash Def was in sight. Then Sabrosa's right on the tail end of that guiding light, not in front of it, not eating it, getting in there and being able to execute off the advantage. And then you saw 3 people then come out of that B tunnels area to be able to trade. That's the kind of stuff you're looking for. The teammates always behind you over your shoulder. XSET will call a timeout. They realize things could get a bit dicey here. They're still in a good position, but it's good to reset and figure out what you were doing before that brought you the rounds. Because that's 2 for TSM now.
We've already seen the story before from Psycho 2, where coming out of these timeouts, usually some great dominating rounds from XSET 2. So now it's like, okay, you're kidding around right now for Zekin. Let's calm our nerves. Let's stay confident but not cocky and try to figure out how we could just close this really quickly for XSET, because now they have the money to work with as well for the defender side of XSET. What can they do with this?
Look at that teamwork. 6 teams across the board for frags too. Because everybody's getting their hands dirty, like I said. I mean, same with TSM. They're all over 10s right now. Pretty close to each other as they keep trading, keep killing.
Tens is playing?
And they string these rounds now. Oh my gosh. That chest. Operator, where is it? Cryo is up B. He's going to be peeking hard.
Forces a TP, though. Sabrosa up towards Heavens, and a nice little timing from 7 to get that kill. Full blind, Showstopper on the ground. But we have taken the B site for TSM. Great job once again for both of the duelists on TSM's side to take cover and control of the B site. But Sabrosa continues to push forward. BCJ stops him as 7, though, continues to work. Nice lurk from GMD towards the B side.
Spike planted.
Now it's going to be a hard retake for
Player
XSET.
standing.
Especially when Def is on his own with a Bulldog. Not able to fight back. 7 gets the round with the last kill. And TSM, man, this is a nice conversion off a timeout from XSET.
Yes, absolutely. Sick little play there, too. We see 7 and Corey be this duo that'll play off each other, right? One can dash, one can rendezvous. So at a point that you make a play on B main and rendezvous out, what? Cryo looks away, or they look away and then get shot in the side of the head. We saw that also on defense, where 7 would play at the front, or at B main, and Corey would be on the box. So they love setting up little duos where they can trick the opponent into making sure that frag goes their way. Here, maybe again? What is this?
We know the economy's low. Let's just run it in. Couple of kills to open up the A side, but they're losing players on the A ramp for TSM. At least now, actions have calmed for a bit. Rossi's really low on HP. He has to try to make it into the site as the smokes dissipate on Heavens. Tough cross, makes it through, and a safe plant now for TSM.
Bogeys everywhere here. TSM flying through. Low health for Rossi. Can't get that heal in. He called the 3v3. He will be the first one to make a move.
I'm out of stuff.
He's out of flashes now. Oh, as the other one just comes out, but at least that's information on an elbow. Double swing out from XSET, closing in on the back of the map. And so far, it is going to be GMD trying to save it with 2 kills. Aaron on his own, tap on a spike, low HP is GMD, and XSET is going to take the first map as Aaron, another... I mean, it's a 1 versus 1 clutch, but nonetheless, it's the round for XSET for the first map, 13-9.
And from a thrifty to pull it off, flying through the air.